DOGE steals headlines nationwide for its efforts to cut down on the federal government spending. Florida lawmakers are now eyeing something similar at the state level. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders now with the details.
With the new Trump administration now in power, we've seen a lot of parallels between what they're doing on the federal level and what Florida is doing here on the state level. Some of it is the Trump administration taking ideas from Florida, but in this case, it's Florida lawmakers taking an idea from Trump. Over the last few days,
hear from some brave federal workers today.
Protests have popped up around the country pushing back on efforts to cut the federal government's size and jobs over the Elon effort known as DOGE. Lauded by most Republicans as a long overdue way to save millions, maybe billions in tax dollars, DOGE has caught the eye of some here in Florida. They now want something like it on the state level.
You think this could save money?
Absolutely.
That's Rep. Tiffany Esposito, who's backing a plan to create a Florida DOGE, or FLOGE, kinda. HB 305 creates automatic expiration dates for state agency rules deemed outdated. It requires a cost-benefit analysis of any new regulations, plus it gives lawmakers more say over future administrative rules.
So rules and regulations are burdensome to our businesses, right? Like it costs time, and time is money. So I think it saves the government money in not having to look at that administrative piece of every single one of those rules and regulations. But more importantly, it saves our businesses money and saves our Floridians and our taxpayers money.
Florida has a lot of what some might call red tape. Esposito's team citing more than 170,000 regulatory restrictions close to California and New York. She's locked in with a Senate partner and has assigned committees. They're now expecting to get a hearing when the gavel drops in March. But there are critics of the bill.
I'm very concerned of any type of reference of what's happening at the federal level because it's not about efficiency, it's about chaos.
Rep. Anna Escamani is not loving the idea for a few reasons, in particular, who's supporting it.
This bill in particular comes from the Cicero Institute, which is the same organization that is pushing for the loosening of child labor laws. It's ironic for Republican legislators to be doing this as we've been under Republican control for about 30 years now. So if you've had problems with state agencies, you can do something about it.
Whether Republicans who have control of the legislature want to do something about this bill remains to be seen. As for Esposito, she's still working on a name.
Are you going to call it Florida DOGE, or do you got a nickname?
I would love to call it Florida DOGE. You know, this is something that President Trump and Elon Musk have been working on diligently long before the election, and it's something that we're seeing a mandate by the American people to continue to implement government efficiencies.
And it is hard to believe we are now just about 2 weeks away from the start of the regular session here in Tallahassee. You've got more than 840 bills that have been filed. Lawmakers set to gavel in for their 60-day session March 4th. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.